So we spent last week unlocking invention, and that kind of leaves us in a void now because we can do so many different things with that. So this week I focused on mainly actually not even training invention, although that is on the dossier, but rather I wanted to pump up total levels because we had been going on for about 4 months now, and we are sitting at 1900, which is not okay. We should be in the 2000s. So that's the main goal of this week, and just upgrading a whole bunch of stuff, including some of our lower levels like summoning and cooking, because I have a lot of stuff banked for that. So what we're doing right now is we're just changing our perks on our fishing rod automatic. We were just upgrading it and unlocking level 10 augment, which is huge for us because that means we can start farming invention experience through the Rotomatic. So we're going to be doing tons of fishing on the side, just AFKing while we're doing school, we're going to be doing tons of AFKing on the side while we're editing videos and watching Netflix and stuff. So that'll be really nice for that unlock. 75 fishing. So this summoning grind was really nice actually, because we had tons of willow logs from doing evil trees. So making the beaver pouches was really convenient for us. We had about 3,000 sitting in the bank. So we were able to get up to level 50 from that, which is only 2 levels away from our Spirit Terrorbird pouches, which we will be going for at some point. But just some nice total levels here. Fishing daily completed, and there is 77 fishing. So after summoning, our next goal on the list was to do cooking. And one of the outfits that's actually really easy to get is the chef's outfit via the gnome cooking minigame. So basically, you take deliveries of gnomish food and you take them around to different gnomes across Gillinor, and you have a chance of getting the chef's outfit. Normally, it's quite a high chance. It took me quite a bit. I think it took me 2.5 hours to get, but I've got it in under 1 hour, almost on every other account. So with this little chef hat on, that is the full chef's outfit complete, and now we can start doing our cooking. And we'll be stopping here at 75 cooking. Very nice. So the roar had just finished up, and we were just finishing up our last few kills on this dino with some big game hunter, and we got this really cool drop. We've been getting pieces for the Sentinel outfit while we've been doing some evil trees and big game hunter, but we're racing against the time here, and I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we're gonna go for the Sentinel outfit. All right, we made it. Perfect. Time to get kicked out for 5 minutes. I have to say, doing big game hunter with the Sentinel outfit makes a huge difference in terms of the speed that you are able to do it at. So if you can rush this, I know it's a rather hard elite skilling outfit to get, but if you can do this before you start doing big game hunter, I would highly recommend it. But kind of a cheeky level, getting a 62 herb blower off of a frog. 83 hunter and a dragomatic at the same time. Can you call YouTube luck? So that system update was actually a very significant one for us, because that means that we can now buy Premier Club. So this account was created 1 month after Premier Club promo ended. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to buy the year membership and get the Premier artifact as well as all the loyalty points right off the bat, which has kind of held us back a little bit, unfortunately. But we've been able to get it now. So 4 months in, that's not terrible. Mainly this is going to be used to buy all of the different auras that we need, namely Jack of Traits. And then the Premier artifact is also going to give us some significant benefits. Namely, one being that it will act as a porter for an hour, so it's a 50% chance, which is going to be really good for doing collecting skills. Like wood cutting is really nice, doing archaeology is really nice, and fishing is really nice. And then the second one thing is going to be having an aura reset. So that's going to be really nice for being able to reset Jack of Trades every day. So we're going to be doing 3 Jack of Trades per day, once with the regular Jack of Trades, once with the reset on the Premier Artifact, and then once on the Viswax reset. So that'll be really, really nice for our Herblore experience. And then once we're up to date on our Herblore experience, we'll move over to Agility, maybe even Dungeoneering. We'll have to see. And then the final reason, which is also really a benefit, is the Slayer, higher damage on lower health monsters. So all of these are going to be huge benefits for us. And yeah, very, very nice. Decided I was getting a little bored of the skilling grind, so I wanted to do a little bit of combat. And what is better than doing some Slayer? So popped over to Simona and got this lovely Desert Strike Worms task. So we're gonna go, I think we're gonna go melee it, and the plan is to use stabbing weapons. So we'll be using daggers, but unfortunately we're not 60 attack yet. So we'll start off with Ruin, and then we'll buy the dragon daggers, and that will be our main weapons to use against them. And there's 60 attack. Perfect. So now we can upgrade to the dragon daggers and do this task a little bit faster. Unfortunately, it does not seem like we are able to pick up a focus site on this task, but was still a pretty enjoyable task. They're a little bit more of an interactive Slayer creature, which is always a nice thing to see, but it might be seen as tedious to some people. So overall, this week has been pretty productive. We started at 1796, and we're finishing up at 2053. So that's about an 80 total level gain, but obviously that's not the best perspective when we're looking at things, because it is really just about the experience gained. And I guess I've never really talked about this before, so excuse my long monologue that is about to happen. So there are basically, between the 28 skills, there is about 400 million experience needed to be gained in order to max. And if you break that down into 365 days, that's about 1.6 million experience per day that you have to get in order to stay, quote unquote, on track for this challenge. Now, that might seem like a lot of experience, and that might be very overwhelming to some people, but you have to understand that things like combat, things like thieving, things like cooking, are all really fast skills. You also have some 0 time skills, which are going to be your farming, and maybe even your divination if you're doing your caches daily. So it can seem like I'm not progressing as much as I should be, and that's totally okay, because I know I'm going to have slow weeks and I know I'm going to have fast weeks. So I'm not too worried in terms of the numbers. When I do have a kind of a general feeling of like being behind or being ahead, and I kind of judge that based off of both in-game experience as well as just kind of checking my total levels each day. So we're sitting at our total level being basically 18 to 20% of the experience we need at 4 months, which might seem crazily alarming to some people, but I'm not too worried, because I know I've been stocking up on a lot of experience, as well as I know that when it comes time for it, a lot of the higher experience rates that you could get at higher levels will be easily obtained, and it will be more obtainable to get those experience rates per hour. I just need to make sure that I'm doing my dailies. I'm probably the biggest hypocrite when it comes to this. I don't enjoy doing caches. Shop runs I'll do. I like to stay on top of my broad arrows, but sometimes I can be pretty bad about doing my dailies, even my weeklies sometimes. So for me, the biggest challenge is just to get that daily motivation to do those in order to stay on top of keeping up my fletching experience per day, as well as my herblore experience per day. But we are generally on track. So if you do think I'm kind of behind, not to worry, stick around with the series and you'll see why I'm so calm about this. But with that, that is everything for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next week, have a good one.